Hey everybody, Mike here with another Uncharted update where we take a look at the news surrounding the upcoming Uncharted movie leading up to its release in February of 2022. It's been a while since the last Uncharted update video, and I don't believe I ever talked about the movie being postponed again due to COVID. I swear this movie has a curse on it. Usually we have curses that we have to deal with in the video games. This movie is cursed. But hopefully it will finally come out this February, barring any other strange things happening. It's like we finally got a director for this movie. We finally were about to start filming, and then a worldwide pandemic happened, and then the movie was finally finished filming, and then we got a release date for July of 2021. This movie would have been out in theaters already. And then COVID started postponing all the movies, including Uncharted, and now we're at the point where Uncharted is set to release in February of 2022. We still don't have a trailer yet, nor do we know when a trailer is going to happen. Hopefully soon. It did take Sony a while to release the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, so hopefully it's going to be coming out somewhat soon. Hopefully by the end of the year. It is October right now. I would hope maybe sometime either this month or in November, at the latest December, we get some type of Uncharted footage. So it's actually very close. The movie's very close to being released, and we just don't know much about it other than some screenshots that we've gotten here and there of Mark Wahlberg as Sully and Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. We have not seen anything as far as official photos for the actress who plays Chloe. We do know that Chloe is in this movie though, but just nothing official has been seen of her so far. We also don't know if Sam is going to be in this movie or not. We know that this is going to be taking place when Nathan Drake is younger and he first meets Sully. Of course, if we look at Uncharted 3, Sam was not around at that point, but they could kind of bend things to have Sam appear in this movie. Who knows? But anyway, the main topic of this video is to talk about the reactions to Uncharted. And how do we know about the reactions to Uncharted? Well, for two occasions that have happened. First, we had a little bit of footage screened at CinemaCon last month. Actually, August, I believe it was, so we're at the beginning of October now. So some footage was screened at CinemaCon, and then also Uncharted recently had its first test screening, where the movie in its entirety was shown to an audience of test screeners. So, do we have some good news or do we have some bad news to report? The good news is that it is good news. While the reaction at CinemaCon wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, this is Uncharted, that's Nathan Drake, this is going to be an incredible film. It wasn't like that. However, it wasn't bad. Everyone seemed to be like, okay, it wasn't too bad. Saw some good moments. Of course, I assume they were going to be showing good moments at CinemaCon to kind of hype it up a little bit, but nothing negative came out of CinemaCon, so that's good news, I find. I find that's very good news. Now, what about the test screenings, you ask? Well, at this first test screening, people liked it. So that's some more good news. One of the main things that came out of this test screening was that people did like the dynamic between Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. And while I'm not the biggest fan of this casting, I do see it working in a way, and I do see how Wahlberg and Holland could potentially have a good dynamic between the two of them. And I'm even getting to the point where I can see Mark Wahlberg doing a good job in this movie. When I first saw the news, I'm like, really, Mark Wahlberg? But if you think about this being Uncharted 3 Flashback Sully, he and Mark Wahlberg kind of have the same vibe to them. I mean, Sully wasn't like super jacked or anything, but you know, he was a dude who looked like he worked out. He was a lot younger, and I think Mark Wahlberg could kind of pull off this character. So I'm slightly I don't know the word I'm looking for here, but I'm not opposed to this at this point. And I know Tom Holland doesn't really fit my vision of Nathan Drake, especially since I feel like Tom Holland's not going to age anytime soon. He just still looks like a little kid, and he's in his 20s. But the good news is that out of these reactions from the first test screening is people did like the dynamic between the two of them, and apparently there were some really big action set pieces, like straight out of the Uncharted games. So they're not keeping this to some type of small origin story or anything. Apparently there's going to be huge set pieces that the Uncharted games are known for. So that's really good news. We're at least going to be seeing a good dynamic between the two main characters, and we're going to see some really epic action sequences. So I guess what else could you ask for in an Uncharted movie? Of course, the story of the games is so good, especially in the 2, 3, and 4. Of course, 1 was just kind of the introduction to the franchise, but even then, it was still a good story. So the Uncharted games are known for both their gameplay and their story, and that has to be translated to a movie, which can be hard to do if what you're basing it off of already has a good story that people love. But we're gonna see what we're gonna get with this. If anything, it's Uncharted content, and we can kind of take it as like, oh cool, we're getting to see Nathan Drake again, even if it's not as good as the video games. But I do have some hesitant hopes for this. Let me know what you guys think, what you expect to see out of this Uncharted movie. If you're still kind of hesitant about these choices to play Nathan Drake and Sully, or if you're kind of seeing or getting to the point where you're like, okay, let's see what we're gonna get with this. Maybe it won't be so bad. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will be back hopefully soon with a video where I'm reacting to the Uncharted trailer. Hopefully that's sometime soon, and we don't have to wait too much longer. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Follow me on social media. Until next time, I'm Mike. See you guys.